I'm Precious Williams from Big Picture Film Club, and today I'm joined with On the Other Foot writer and director Fredi Nwaka. Fredi, how you doing?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing, man?
I'm blessed, no complaints over here. I just wanted to say, firstly, congratulations on the Other Foot.
Thank you.
And I was when I was watching it, I was really thinking about what it reminded me of in terms of like the style of like comedy and it was the feeling of actually like Bruce Almighty, Jim Carrey's film. And it's kind of like
Okay.
there's this fantasy element to it, but there's this also overarching, almost like moral tale, and it's all intertwined with comedy. And so I was just really like, my first question is like, how did you kind of come up with the concept of On the Other Foot, and why in this form? Like, why not a serious drama? Why a comedy, but with these particular elements to it?
You know what it was? So after the whole George Floyd thing, when he was marching around shouting and blah blah, I was like, once this dies down, that will be it. There'll be nothing left. Do you know what I mean? Just the end. So I wanted to come up with something that would kind of be part of a legacy that would just last. Do you know what I mean? And stay there like, forever, basically, and have a message. And when it comes to things like racism and other such topics, they can be really daunting, man, and leave people triggered and so, in a lot of ways attacking. So I wanted to do something that was a bit light-hearted, like a bit humorous, but at the same time had a good moral compass. So I kind of thought by doing it from a, I guess, like I say, a comical point of view, it would attack more people. More people would appreciate it. I remember when Roots came out, and it left a lot of people really, really angry. And even though the message was a strong, potent message, I feel like it still left a lot of people really upset and traumatized and angry. So I wanted to do something that wouldn't leave people feeling that way, but more, I guess, educated as well as, a feel good movie.
Nice. And the character of Billy Pitcher is played by both Tim Faraday and Ori Styler, the black and white versions.
Yeah.
How is it like kind of casting those two? Like, I know Ori Styler like has a great comedy background, so I'm sure it's a good fit. But how did both Tim and Ori sort of fall into the roles?
I've worked with both of them before. So my first feature film I done, The Living Dead, I had them both in that film, and that's where I got to meet Tim actually. And Tim is one of the nicest guys I've ever met, man. He's really, really humble, really hardworking, and I always felt like he wasn't getting the kind of props that he deserves as an actor. He's an amazing actor, and he's fit the part. It's funny, he's. I mean, I don't know when people say he looks racist. I don't know what a racist looks like, but he looks racist. He has that face, man, that looks like he could be. He could be. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
he just so isn't. He just so isn't, man. He's such a lovely guy. So he
yeah.
just suited the part down to the T. And then, of course, Ori, as you know, is a really funny guy. So when you bring them both together, it has a good marriage. They work good together.
I suppose of all I mean, it's quite an ensemble cast. But of all the people that were in the film, I was most surprised by Peter Andre.
Yeah.
In like it's completely out of the element that I kind of know Peter Andre to be in. And so, how did he like? How did he get involved in the film? Did he need some convincing? What was that pitch to Peter like?
You know what? Peter is an amazing actor, and we're about to start another movie in a couple of weeks. Actually, we start a brand new movie with him that I'm doing with his next movie. And Peter's always wanted to get involved in acting, more acting. But I guess as a musician and as a TV personality, because he's not known for acting, for him to have that opportunity wasn't forthcoming. Even though he's acted and he's won awards for acting out, he's a really really good actor. So I just approached his agent and was kind of like, look, I want Peter for this movie. And we had a conversation, and he liked the whole concept and the whole idea of the film, especially when he was in Australia. He was treated heavily when it came to racism. Because obviously being a Greek in Australia, they were called all kinds of names, and he went through really, really heavy amounts of racism himself. So he could
Mhm.
really identify with the film. And I said to him, I want you to play a racist, and he was like, what? A racist? He's like, he thought he was gonna play something nice, his normal character. And I'm
Yeah.
like, everyone knows you're nice, Peter. Like everyone knows you're this Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that wouldn't be acting because you are a nice guy. He's genuinely a beautiful guy. So I said to him, just channel all the stuff you went through when you was treated as a certain way, and when you felt how I guess people are made to feel, and he just channeled all that energy into his character, and he actually smashed it, man. I think he played his role like spot on, man.
Yeah. And I guess how was that process like then, sort of directing Peter? I guess did it take him a while to sort of get in the groove and be like, all right, no, I get what you're saying. Let me channel it this way, or that
Nah,
way, or
I mean, he's a natural entertainer in it. So
yeah.
from being a musician, from doing music videos, from doing talks and game shows, I mean, as an entertainer, it's not hard to get into I guess that space. And also, like I said, he's a very talented actor. He just hasn't had the opportunity to show it. But yeah, that wasn't hard at all, man. I think he nailed his part in 1 or 2 takes. Like
Mhm.
it was easy for him to become this other person. But that's what makes a good actor.
And outside of the names like already mentioned, like you've really brought a number of like UK influencers, artists, personalities, like together on this project. How was it like sort of convincing so many people? Like like all these sort of relationships you sort of built up, and it's really a great ensemble uh cast where you pulled through different areas of like culture and lifestyle on this film. And so how were those conversations like, particularly with the likes of like Lady Lasher and others?
You know what? In all the films, I mean, all the films I've made, this is my third feature. The last one, She's the One. Obviously, that's the first British romantic comedy with 2 black lead actors, and it's a very similar thing. I'm about giving people opportunities and trying to, like, I guess, kind of like what Tyler Perry does in the US by bringing as many different types of people, whether they be singers, musicians, influencers, actors, non-actors, and put them into a big melting pot. Um, and I just try to have conversations with people that have dreams. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not always
Mm.
about. There's some people that really, really want to act, and they will never have the opportunity to be on the big screen because people ain't giving them the opportunities. And there's other people that already are in the mix and want to do more. So I just sit down and have conversations with people that want the same as I want. So with Lady Leash, for example, she wanted to do more films. So I just reached out, said, look, let's do it. She's like, yeah, let's do it. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm just I just try to put all these people into this big melting pot and create a nice stew.
And you're on like your third film now, third feature film. How's the process been for you as a writer and director, sort of developing your style and your craft to this point? What lessons have you sort of taken on board with you to this project, and lessons you can then take further afield?
So I mean, it's mad. I've done 7 shorts, and obviously on the other foot is my third feature. I'm about to do. I just finished another one the other day actually, so I've just done 4 now. Um,
Congrats.
Thank you, thank you. It's weird. I mean, I'm self-taught, unlike a lot of, I guess, I would say, directors, writers, and producers. Some of them have some form of education when it comes to filmmaking, but I'm totally self-taught. I taught myself how to write, direct, produce, everything. And it's just been life lessons. My first film was absolutely rubbish. There was the boom pole in the back, people talking in the background,
Yeah.
words and mishmash. You know what I mean? It was terrible. And when I look back at it now, I laugh. But the one thing that I had, that I've always had, is the dream and the whole. I don't do ifs. I just do hows and whens. And when people were like, "Are you not going to be able to make a movie, man? You're a rapper." No, 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 no. That whole negative mindset, I've never had that. So from day one, I always knew once I put my mind to something, I'm going to make it happen. So
Mm.
each film just gets better and better. I learned a lot. I'm one of those people that once you stop learning, you stop living. So every time I make a new movie, I try and remember what I've done wrong the last time. And also, as an actor, every time I go on set, I pick up stuff from other directors, other producers. So
Mm.
I'm always learning. I don't think I'll ever be the best at what I do. I'll always be getting better and better and better. So I don't want to be the best. If you're the most important or the best person in the room, then you're in. So keep on trying to learn.
Yeah. And so what would be I guess, what's the final message you'd like to send the audience about the film and what it means to you and what you want the takeaway from the film to be.
On the other foot, it's just a very strong message, man. I was brought up in Kent, a place called Deal. I was there from when I was 3 months old to when I was about 9, 10. And I was literally the only black person in the town. You know that film Little Britain, the only gay in the village?
Mhm.
I was the only black in the village. Do you know what I'm saying? Literally, I'm not even joking. I was the only person. So I used
Yeah.
to go through loads of racism, whether it was I got tied to trees, called names. They used to try and scratch my skin off, see if it would come off. Um, and some of the events and some of the things I went through, if I had become racist,
Mhm.
people would say, "Oh, I understand why. I get it, man, because of what he went through." And
Yeah.
I so ain't. I'm so the opposite. So I just want people to watch the film and just be educated, man, and understand it from the point of view of someone of color. And if you're and in both ways, because let's be honest, there's racist black people and racist white people. It's not a black thing and it's not a white thing. It's a racist thing. It ain't
Mhm.
either or because we have it in both cultures. It's just a racist thing, and I just want people to watch it. Understand where the film comes from, but also have a laugh with it. Like, don't take it too serious. It's not. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
have a laugh with it. Pick up some of the things in it, and just see if you identify with some of the stereotypes in the film, which I'm sure most people will. And but at the end of it, we're all one. We all eat the same. We all believe the same. We all love the same. We all go through some of the same things. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want people to just leave the cinema or and they've learned something, even if it's just one thing. And if one person can be, their views are changed or it sparks some kind of conversation, then yeah, my job's done, man.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Freddie, thank you very much for your time today. And yeah, we'll continue pushing this film out. And yeah, thank you for sharing your talents with us.
No, thank you, man. I hope everyone enjoys it, and I hope, yeah, spread the word. Yeah, that's the main thing. When you watch it, go out there, spread the word, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your budgie, tell your pigeon, tell your dog, just tell everybody. And I want to try and get this film global, man, because it is a strong message.
Cool. Cheers.
Thank you, bro.